Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Jen from Mastery, and I just wanted to do this video on leasing pros and cons and how I feel about it. So leasing pros. Leasing is great if you just want to possibly have a horse and get into horseback riding and find out if this is really for you or if it's not, and if owning a horse is for you. So that's a big pro. Another pro is technically it's not yours, so you can always give it back when times get hard and maybe the money financial system doesn't work. You can always give it back. Another pro is, let's say you're gonna buy a horse and it has a leasing option first. I would always suggest the leasing option. That's another big one. So it's like a car, you're gonna put down money. Most of the time you're gonna put down money. Some people don't, but most people want you to put down money for the horse, whatever it might be. It could start up to $500 and up, depending on what the owner wants. And then usually you'll pay the monthly board for the horse, and you would have to talk to the owner about what the stipulations would be. So stipulations possibly being like, you take care of all the vet bills, or maybe they take care of all the vet bills. Another stipulation would be you take care of all the shoes and the maintenance on the horse, or they take care of all the shoes and the maintenance on the horse. You take care of all the spring and winter shots, or they take care of the spring and winter shots. So this is something definitely that has to be worked out, obviously before the lease. And my suggestion is to have it in writing. So have a contract between you and the owner, stating what are the expectations of the lease and how it's going to work out and who is responsible for what. So when I leased for the first time Tink, obviously, my stipulations were that I would pay money down, which I did for him, and then I would pay for the monthly board, the shoes, I paid for the vet bills, I paid for worming, which is not expensive anyway. It's like $10 to $15 for a tube, and then I paid for the shoes. I think I already said that. So that's what I paid for. I basically paid for everything, all his needs. If he needed a certain kind of saddle pad, I bought it. He did come with blankets, which was a plus. Most of the time they do not come with anything. They usually come with no tack, no halter, no blankets, no nothing. You usually have to go and buy it, and that's challenging too, because obviously it's going to be fitting that horse, so you're going to have to go and buy new again anyway, for your next lease or your next horse. So in that regard can be challenging, but he did come with all that, so I was lucky in that regard. And I'm sure there are different types of owners out there that they only want you to ride for 45 minutes or ride only 3 times a day. Not day, I'm sorry, 3 times a week, or they have no trails or whatever it might be. So that's another thing that can be a con, I guess you can say, because if it's your own horse, then you can typically go on trails, you can do whatever you would like. But when it's somebody else's horse, obviously you're going to have to ask the owner if it's okay. Another big thing about leasing someone else's horse is, God forbid, it gets sick. Most of the time, I've heard horror stories that horses would get colic, and the people leasing, they're responsible for the vet bills, but they're like, oh no, let's wait, let's make sure he's colic, or let me try this, or let me try that. And it can just really lead to it can really lead to like possibly death in the horse. So you don't want to do that when it's not your own horse. You just want to call the vet right away and just get medical care, because who are you to say that this horse is not in need of medical care? So that's another big thing that my suggestion to people leasing, just keep that in mind. If you're responsible for the medical bills, then you're going to have to, call the vet, even if you think the horse is colicking. So that's a big thing. Another thing might be even getting the teeth floated every year. That might be another thing that, you're going to have to do. But the most important thing, like I said before, is to work out the contract, to sit down with the person you're leasing with and find out what is included, what is not. What do you do in an emergency where the horse possibly will need colic surgery? Did you take out some sort of insurance with possibly the owner? Does the horse have insurance for colic surgery? What is the plan? Is the horse on supplements? Who's paying for the supplements? Is the owner paying for the supplements? Are you paying for the supplements? When do you want to be called? Do you want me to call you or give you a text, daily when I'm riding? What is the situation? So like I said, every situation for leasing is different. And it can be all types, where maybe it's just a lease where you just go and ride, for 2 days a week, and then it'll be like $200 a month, and you don't even have to put down that large, down payment, because technically you're only allowed to come in, 2 days a week and ride, actually, which is not a bad deal. I've seen a lot of so-called, I don't want to call them leases, I guess they're money to ride. I'm not really sure what you call it. So I've seen that. But so my thoughts on leasing. Now that I officially own Tink, and I bought him from his owner, he's itching himself. I personally would not lease my horse, and the only reason why is because I'm just too much of a hands-on owner, and I really just prefer him. Oh my goodness, he's all dirty now because he's eating his mash. I'm sorry. I prefer him to be taken care of in a certain way. I want him to have his supplements. I don't want him to be overridden. I want him to be respected and taken care of. And I feel like, when you're leasing somebody's horse, yes, you're respecting and you're taking care of it, but to a point, because it's not yours. You're giving it back later. It's like a car. You're gonna go drive the car. You just leased. Yeah, you're gonna take care of it. You don't want to get scratches on it and so forth. But you're really not going to be pressing the gas and driving fast with it, or not really caring because you're giving it back. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm sure there are great leasees out there, and people who lease horses and they have good experiences, and but in my opinion, I feel like with these animals there's more bad experiences sometimes than good, because we have to realize that they too have feelings, and they get attachments to us, and they want to be around us, and they don't want to be shuffled around either from person to person. They really want to create a relationship with one person, and somebody that they can be themselves with. I mean, would you lease out your dog? Will you sit there and say, okay, I'm gonna lease out my dog? No, I've never heard of anybody leasing out their dogs. If anything, people are so crazy about their dogs. They're like, oh, no, do not come near my dog, or I'm not sending my dog out, to the kennel. Oh no, I have to have somebody come and do a pet sitting, because they don't want to inconvenience the animal from being, not with his at home. So just keep that in mind. Even though leases are great in the sense where you're getting to know the horse, and you're getting to know what it's like to have a horse, just make sure that you really look at the fine print and you make the right decision that's for you and for the animal, of course. And just be honest with yourself with a budget, because you wouldn't want to take on something that would be out of your budget, of course. And just also make sure that that horse is right for you, because you don't want to sit here and put all this money down and then find out you're by yourself and you cannot even handle this horse. You don't want to take it out. You don't want to walk it around, because it's just you're not right for each other. So, well, thank you for watching. I hope this helps, because leasing is a big decision, and also purchasing a horse is an even bigger decision, and you want to make sure that you really get the best experience possible. So if you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.